Alright, so some of you may have seen I've been making a lot of videos lately, just of all the random videos that the three of us have taken ever since we came here. And most of them are Tasha's, but I like the way she sets it up, where she kind of introduces it and then explains either what's been happening in the day or what she finds interesting. So I'm gonna show you a couple of things around the area that I've been doing or I've been seeing as I've gotten out of class really freaking early. So, first of all, this is the house that I've been living in, and it's beautiful and I love it. And usually we don't use this door. I'm not taking you guys inside quite yet, but we should just go around the back. But this is the yard. And that's the fancy entrance right there. Through that window. This window is a traditional style room that Sister sometimes sleeps in to keep the lonely 10-year-old dog company. And then through this room right here is going to be the living room, dining room, and kitchen. And then I wanted to show you this because a lot of you at home may not be familiar with it. In Japan, people still hang dry their laundry because the apartments or the rooms that they have are small, and it's just more convenient for them to hang dry them outside, especially when it's a really, really hot summer like this. When it's raining or when it's cold or snowy or anything, they dry them inside, usually in the living room. In some cases, I think she dries them in this room, which is also a huge traditional style for room. Anyway though, so usually when they hang them, they have little hangers and things, and they'll just hang the clothes down. And right here is a coupon, which is a traditional style bed. I'm actually not sleeping on one of these right now, but I do love them. So basically, when they're in use a lot, what they'll do is they'll take them and they'll beat them with a thing that looks like a rake, and that's supposed to do something with the micro fabric, something or other, to make it softer when you sleep on it again at night. So that's the house for now, and then I'll show you more things as this trip progresses. So behind me is actually a couple of places and some chickens. So for those of you who don't know, but they're not worshipped at the same place. So generally speaking, there'll be a Shinto temple, and they'll be just pray to cleanse yourself, and then right next to it will be a Buddhist temple. But a lot of times they're actually separated. So usually in a local area like this, they're pretty small, but they use them as a dedicate them to the gods of the land, the gods of certain seasons, of certain areas. Usually every mountain, every river, every tree has a god. So I'm not sure which one the stone's dedicated to, especially a little blue. Those of you who have seen this cake and wondered which one it was, and they're erected so that people can pass through and enter into the shrine that probably used just to offer simpler prayers, prayers for protection, prayers for loved ones. I'm not sure if there's also a priest or monk that practices here. Probably not. They probably have to go to larger shrines for them, but that's at least a glimpse of a local shrine. So.